Welcome back. I'm Ezra Levant. A controversial Ontario sex ed curriculum consultation, well, it doesn't really consult parents. The documents were obtained by Some News from a concerned parent and school principal who don't want to be named. The package contains no detailed curriculum information and includes a list of very vague survey questions. The actual sex curriculum remains a tightly guarded government secret. Progressive Conservative MPP Monty McNaughton joins us with more. I say again, I have never seen such secrecy about a government document other than a budget. And you don't want budget documents to leak out because people might change their tax planning or buy or sell things. I can't think of a possible reason to keep a children's sex ed curriculum secret other than the government doesn't want parents to find out what's in it.
Well, you're right. I think what we're seeing is a covert operation happening under the Wynne Liberal government. My fear is that kids are going to walk into the classroom in September of 2015 and there's going to be a controversial sex education curriculum being taught and the parents were never consulted. That's my main opposition to how they're handling this project. I
want to show you this so-called consultation on the curriculum. I want to show you a couple of the questions that are so vague and meaningless. They don't test anything. It's just a pretend consultation. Like here's one question that was put to parents. They have to answer this survey. I believe that it's important that my children see themselves reflected in the curriculum. Next one. It is important to me that my children are exposed to all kinds of diversity through the school curriculum. Vague, not attached to actual proposed curricula. Clearly a fake consultation. Can I show you some of the stuff they tried last time? And you can see why they're preferring these extremely vague questions. Let me show you a poster. Now this was put up in a high school. Well, let's start with this one here. This was a document handed out to grade school kids called Anal Play 101, part of the, quote, sexual pleasure series. And it talks about anal play being messy. It's not messy, it's healthy. Like it's basically saying, hey kids, this is what you do for sexual pleasure. And when it comes from a teacher instructing children on what is right and wrong, it's so bizarre that they're trying to tell kids do this, contrary to what their parents would say.
Well, this is what I fear. I mean, there's been no meaningful consultation. There's millions of parents out there who aren't being asked about this. It's being done under a veil of secrecy. I think the survey, quite frankly, is a joke. There's nothing meaningful about it. I think we need to stop this now, and the Kathleen Wynne government needs to unveil exactly what they're preparing to teach our children in September of 2015.
Let me show you that high school poster I was referring to. This was an actual high school poster that was used in a school, and a photo of it was taken. If you like to, F-U-C-K, we blurred out the word, use your head when giving it. And that's a blurred out naked man there. This is not sex education. This is grooming children, turning innocent children into sexual actors, telling them from the authority. I mean, I say again, when kids hear things in the schoolyard from other school kids, it's gossip, it's kids chatting with kids. But when an authority figure, a teacher says, are you ready to F-U-C-K? Do you like to F-U-C-K? Let's get to it. Here's how. Here's, oh, don't be afraid of that. Just dive in. It is promotion. And here's what gets me, Monty. We know that the Deputy Minister of Education, former U of T professor, Ben Levin, was involved with the curriculum. We don't know the full extent of his involvement. He is being charged with child pornography, including making child pornography. And if we cannot rule it out, how do we know that this was not designed in part to groom children, to prepare them for a sexual encounter with an authority figure?
Well, I've been up in the House asking the Kathleen Wynne Liberals why they're keeping this hidden from parents. My belief is that parents should be the primary educators in serious matters like sex education, and the government and the state needs to respect that. Clearly, the Kathleen Wynne Liberals aren't respecting that. They're running a covert operation, and I think they need to come clean with the millions of parents out there and tell them exactly what those kids are going to be taught in September.
Ben Levin has not been convicted of anything yet, but he's being charged, and very serious charges. We do not know what role or how deeply his role was in developing these. We do not know if one of the side effects was to groom children, but it seems plenty obvious just from common sense that this is encouraging children at a tender age to do things with the authority of the school. I find this deeply troubling. Tell me what kind of feedback you're getting from your grassroots. I mean, it's clear that Kathleen Wynne is going to damn the torpedoes and go ahead. Do Ontarian parents care?
Oh, overwhelmingly. We're hearing from thousands and thousands of parents over the last few weeks since I brought this up at Queen's Park. They're calling our office. They're sending me messages on Facebook. I know there's lots of petitions out there. Parents are rightly troubled by this whole process, that it's not meaningful. They fear that there's a hidden plan there for their kids. And that's why I just think the Wynne Liberals need to come clean and tell people exactly what they're proposing in their sex education curriculum.
Yeah, Monty, I don't care what adults do on their own time with their own business. This is about taking a captive audience of children of tender years and telling them to do things with the authority of the state. And that's wrong. I'm glad you're fighting this one.